Hello, everyone. My name is Adam Akil. One second. I would like to begin by saying I'm very grateful to be here today and to have this opportunity. I have to say I'm astonished to have been trusted by the bride and groom to address a gathering of those that they love and care about most. To be honest, I think the only riskier bet would have probably been Kaltu. Good news for everyone. Kaltu has something he'd like to say. Takbir!
I've always wanted to do that.
See what I mean, white people? I do want to apologize for reading, but I really want to make sure it all comes out the way I want it to come out. That's what she said. Now, before I begin, I'd like to preface this by letting you all know that I'm an attorney, so I like to talk sometimes. When preparing for this, I tried to be conscious of the fact that not everybody would think I'm as entertaining or as enlightening as I like to think. But I also want to seize this moment and let Hassan and Brianna know what this day means to me. That being said, I shouldn't be up here for longer than 40 to 45 minutes. So in 1999, I was 8 years old. I'm kidding. Give me like 5 minutes. So in 1999, I was 8 years old, and it was my first day at a new school. I remember my dad put me in a little vest with a little tie, combed my hair to the side, and sent me to hood school. I remember walking into school and seeing all the kids in gyms and jeans and gym wear. And here I was, as the new kid, showing up to my first day in a full suit. Yeah. I remember hiding behind my mom's leg and following her to the fourth graders, my new classmates. I remember Hassan walking up to me, peeking behind my mom's leg. He extended his hand and said, "Hi, I'm Hassan." I was so relieved. I said, "Hi, I'm Adam." And 20 years later, here we are. We're both attorneys, now working for my dad and trying to save the world. Needless to say, days like this mean a lot to him and I. Today we achieved another milestone. Hassan and Bree, what you two did today is amazing. You have done something bigger than yourselves. Not only does your marriage elevate us all as a community and as a family, but as human beings. Today you two made the brave decision to solidify your commitment to one another, and as a consequence of that, of your love, you brought hundreds of people of different races, ethnicities, and religions together. Today, you showed everybody how powerful it is when you make decisions through pure and genuine love. All of our lives have been made better thanks to the two of you. Now, 20 years is a long time, and in that time, I've been fortunate enough to grow up with and learn from one of the most genuine people I know. For those of you that don't know him as well as I do, I'd like to begin by talking about the type of person that Hassan is. Hassan is a man with strong values and a strong moral compass. He's always been that way. He's never afraid to voice his objection to something he finds morally or ethically wrong. It's truly admirable and probably the reason why my parents wish they had a son more like him. I'm kidding, Dean has morals. Hassan doesn't simply believe in treating others the way that he would want to be treated, but treating others even better than how he'd want to be treated. And I know that sounds corny or an over-exaggeration, but anyone that knows Hassan knows that he's always been the one to give up what he has for another. Regardless how badly he wanted that sandwich, Devin, or how badly he needed that opportunity or that night of sleep, he has the heart of his parents, and you see it with his entire family. They are conscious and sensitive to the emotions of others and will be the first to extend a hand to someone in need. Hassan perseveres. Many people know Hassan, who know him as a genuine, caring person who they can trust, who will take the time to be present and hear all about your problems or complaints or issues. Trust me, I know this. Hassan has spent hundreds and hundreds of hours throughout his life listening to just me complain about how tough my privileged and blessed life is. Multiply that by half this room and you wonder how he has time to get anything done. That's where the brilliance lies, though. Somehow, after spending time listening to and helping those he loves and cares about, he's still able to not only get what he needs done, but do it at a very high level. Yes, sometimes it results in him being sleep deprived and malnourished, but in the end, he always gets the job done. Hassan values his family. Duh. The amount of love Hassan has for his family is beyond words, not only for his mom and dad or for Ali, Judy, and Shireen, but also for the other 800 Kakanis as well. It is incredible that he's not only to keep track of them all, but that he has enough love, support, and guidance to share with each one of them. So Bree, if you ask me what type of person you're marrying, I'd say this. You're marrying someone you can always count on, someone who will never judge you, but will actively and continuously strive to understand things from your perspective. Someone who listens to understand rather than reply, and above all else, someone that is loyal. But enough about Hassan, I'd like to share some things I admire about Bree. For those of you that don't know her like I do, Bree is one who wears her heart on her sleeve. She is never afraid to speak her mind or say how it is. Since I've known her, she has always been willing to do the uncomfortable task of challenging someone's perspective or assumptions. Trust me, I know this. I've been on the other end of that on more than a few occasions, but it has always come from a good place. Don't change that. Bree is also a very hard worker, and she's constantly pushing herself mentally. She sets really high standards for herself, and she's able to keep herself motivated to work towards the challenging goals that she sets. I will say though, at times, I do think she needs to remember that it's okay to be a little less than perfect at something every once in a while. Try getting an A-, a B, or a C on a test one day. Dare I say it. In all seriousness though, one of the things I admire most about Bree is that she has a great sense of humor and she makes my boy laugh a lot. Bree and Hassan, this is real. I've witnessed your love for one another grow. Everyone feels it, it's something special, and you're blessed. You guys care a whole lot about each other, and you challenge each other, and you push each other for the better. You make each other happy, and you find each other hilarious. One of the things that I've always noticed about you two is that you're constantly laughing together. What more could we ask for? Let's protect this. Now, if I had to describe mine and Hassan's relationship, I would probably refer to it as an open book kind of relationship. In the beginning of time, we've always freely shared advice or ideas with one another. It's a way to ensure that we continue to move forward and elevate one another. I mean, for years, we would even take Katu's homework when he would come into school in the morning, and we would share his answers with one another. That's how committed we were to this friendship, and it has been great.
I know what to do without them.
Some of you may know that I recently got married to my lovely wife, Sarah. It's been just over a year since we embarked on this crazy journey together. We obviously have so much to learn still, and we're learning every day about how to be a better partner. But I thought it would be helpful to share 6 or 5 things that I've learned. Just a disclaimer, obviously many of these lessons I couldn't have learned on my own. So let me begin. Number 1, try to slow things down and enjoy the little moments. You'll realize that it's those little moments that you reminisce about when you're apart. Number 2, it's okay to be bored from time to time, as long as you and those you love and care about are healthy and safe. There's really nothing to worry about. Just remember, it could always be worse, so try to be grateful for those seemingly dull moments and help one another keep things in perspective. We're blessed. Number 3, there will be times when you argue, and that's normal. In those moments, it's helpful to try to have the perspective that it's really not either of you against one another. It's actually the two of you against the problem. You two would not be getting married if you're not entirely in love with the being of the other. It's helpful to remember that problems or issues could be made easier to resolve when trying to focus on solving the problem rather than changing the person. Number 4, maintain your individuality. You are 2 individuals choosing to spend your lives with one another. Although your lives will continue to get busier with added responsibility, it's still possible to keep your hobbies, hang out with your friends and family. That does not need to change. I say this for 2 reasons. First, I still want Hassan to hang out with me. And second, I think it's important that he continues to play basketball. Not only has that always been a release for him, and everybody needs a release, but I'm still banking on him going pro and taking us all with him. And number 5, I saw this in a meme and I thought it was fantastic advice. When you get married, everybody always tells you, don't go to bed mad. But nobody ever tells you, don't start an argument at 10:30 p.m. And in closing, as my older brother, I'd like to share a couple words of advice. First, because of how dependent you have always been to other people and how present you are when you're speaking with someone, many people seek your attention, and that can be draining on anyone. I say sometimes it's okay to say no. Do not return that phone call, even mine. To turn off your phone for a little and just pay attention to yourself. Anyone that loves and cares about you owes you those moments. Second, sometimes it's okay to ask someone else for a favor. Maybe ask Dev for his freshly made sandwich before he bites into it, like he's done to you on more than a few occasions. Trust me, he would probably be glad you asked. I think you'd be surprised by how many people would love to be able to give you a hand for a change. And last but not least, I'd like to end with a quote from Warren Buffett. If you come across a friend that makes you a better person, that's the ultimate gift. Hassan, you have made me a better person, and I'm thankful for that. I'll always be here for you, man, boys for life.